people of Instagram. I bet you're wondering, why is this white lady putting out content today when, it's not a time for white people to be doing that? Well, because today's not about me. It's about our awesome guest that I have here, Marz Timms. I'll be adding him here in a little bit. But first, I just want to do a little announcement, from the Independent Comedy Club. We kind of canceled a couple interviews. We've been kind of off, not really doing the interviews for a couple days, mostly because it is a hard time to be talking about comedy, to be trying to laugh when people just kind of want to cry and scream, and that's totally understandable. I just want a message from the Independent Comedy Club that Black lives do matter, and we fully support the protest. We've put some resources on our page on how to help, like bail people out or how to support in any way you can. And we've always tried to use our platform to give the most diverse lineups and headliners that we can, and we continue to use our platform to help in any way we can, keep things fresh and diverse, and to just bring funny people from everywhere to here. And we're going to continue to do that, and we're going to continue to do that today. Going to go right into the interview. At this point, we have Marz Timms. He's a good friend. I met him. Pimprov came through Planet Ant, and then him and a couple friends came back to the Independent and watched the show. Got to know each other, had a crazy night. He's a super fun dude. He does everything from acting to improv to stand-up. He also teaches improv and stuff like that all over the country. He's constantly moving. And we're super excited to have him today. So, I'm going to bring Marz on, and here we go. Hey.
Hey, you caught
How
me
are you?
drinking my mojito.
Yeah, perfect. I wish I had one.
I make good ones.
Mojito. It looks
Yeah,
good. Refreshing. Oh yeah. So
yes.
you're spending, lockdown pretty well. Making
Yeah,
mojitos, or I guess I don't know. I guess what have you been up to? Been staying creative, or are you just relaxing?
trying to stay creative. I was just listening to you, and just like you said, it's hard to be creative this past weekend. I usually put out a video every Tuesday about walking and social distancing, a comedy video, and just did not haven't
Right.
felt funny for the past few days, so
Oh yeah.
it has been a struggle with everything going on. So
Mhm.
hopefully this will help get the gears going and get the comedy ball back, comedy blood boiling back in me.
Right. Yeah, for sure. That was yeah. That was like a little bit like, should we just not for a long time? But it's
Right?
like, no, we gotta keep trying to create and keep being funny as much as we can.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Don't let
So
it
have
stop
you
you.
you're right. But before like beginning of quarantine, because you were just here, like 2 weeks before shit really went down. That's when we all
Yeah,
got to meet Lizzo. That was a fun night.
yeah. I like walked up to the bar and she's standing right there, and I was just like, oh.
Right. And she came in and I served her. I'm like, this isn't real. This isn't real life. This is there's no reason why the biggest star in the world would be at our little club. This is
Yeah, she's just so chill too. She's just like,
right.
oh, you're watching the show. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. No. I was there in Detroit at Planet Ant and at Independent, and then from there I drove back to Chicago and hopped on a flight to Thailand.
Oh
And
wow.
so yeah, so I was supposed to be in Thailand for the month of March. Well, Thailand. I was supposed to go to Thailand, Hong Kong, Singapore, um, Shanghai, and Japan, and then coronavirus was amping up
Right.
and everything. So I just ended up being over there for like a month and a half.
Mhm.
Shows were getting canceled, so no
Right.
Shanghai, no Hong Kong, canceled Singapore like the last few days I was there, and flew back to the States. So it was crazy.
Right. So, but did you get to do some shows in Thailand, you said?
Yeah,
So how was
yeah. Did
that like? Was it hard with like a language barrier or no,
no, there's a
it
lot
was
of
just yeah.
yeah, a lot of expats there from all over the world that speak English. The Thai comics were super cool. Um, no, it was pretty awesome. So I did shows in Bangkok, and then flew down to Phuket, did some shows and taught down there. And it was a beautiful
I
country. I
bet.
mean, a great trip, super hot. It was like in the high 90s every day. You know, you wake up and it's like 88 degrees. You're just like, holy smokes.
Right.
But the food's great, the people were great, and I loved it. So looking to go back and continue to tour when all of this is over.
Right, for sure. Yeah, well, at least you got a little bit of it. That sounds like a super awesome adventure. That sounds so much fun. I guess I always like to see, like, so did you grow up in Chicago? So I know, because I know you
Yeah,
live there now, so you grew up there, and so you just started doing stand up there. How was that like? What was your origin story, I guess?
I started off. I did. Uh, I was just like a class clown type, like a lot of comedians or whatever, and I was doing sports and stuff. And this girl in high school was like, you know, you're kind of an asshole, but I think you'd be funny if you did like some acting and stuff like that too. And I was like, I don't want to do any of your acting. And I ended up getting cast in a play in high school. From there, I was writing and producing a cable access show of like sketch comedy with friends.
Wow.
One of the actresses on the show was like, hey, you should go to the Annoyance Theater and try improv. Did that, got a scholarship. From there, went to Second City. From Second City, started producing my own shows. From there, jumped into doing stand up
Yeah,
and
here you are.
acting, voice work, and here we are.
Right, doing it all. That's awesome. So,
Yeah, you have.
how long? Oh, right, yeah, because it's, the more you do, the more exposure, I guess, and more opportunities
Yeah,
open up. So
you
is your
have to
heart,
diversify.
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was saying you have to diversify with what you're able to do. Yeah.
Right, for sure. So is like, is your heart like, is there one spot, like you always have a softer spot for improv or a softer spot for acting or
Um,
like
I
choosing
love
kids?
all of it. Yeah, exactly. I
Choosing
mean,
favorite kid.
like, you know, comics will make fun of improv and stuff like that, and then, you know, then I have to stand up for improv.
Yeah,
I love doing stand up. I just love that challenge of it. I find improv a little easier for me, and so I love doing that with my group Pimprov, and I love
right,
teaching improv as well. But I really love stand up because you get out there and it's just you. You know, it's
right.
you, that audience, and if you're bombing, that's on you.
No one else to blame it on.
Yeah, yeah. You can't tap out at some point and be like, "Whoo, rough scene. I'll get on the next
Yeah,
scene." It's just
yeah,
like,
no one's gonna run
no,
across the stage. It's just,
yeah,
yeah, no
nobody's
one's,
gonna
no
run.
one's coming.
I got your back. Take a break. Sit on the side for a little bit. You know, it's not like
Right.
tag team wrestling. It's like you're in there and you're just like, this guy's kicking my ass.
Oh, for sure. So, Pimprov, how long ago? How long is that? 'Cause I know you're one of the creators of it. Where did it start? Was it Second City people, or how did that start?
Um, it was people from all over the improv community in Chicago. I mean, people come from all over the world to Chicago just to learn improv, just to do improv. And it's very white dominated. So there are few minorities in there. And so whenever I tell people, like family members and stuff like that, that I was doing improv, they'd be like, so is that like stand up? And I'd be like, no, it's not stand up. And they're like, well, is it like sketch? And I'd be like, no, no. And they'd be like, well, I don't get it.
Right.
So I created Pimprov as a way to bring in more people of color to improv because it has strong characters, which comedy is based on.
Right.
It has the music, it has the outfits and everything, and it was more like a mixture of stand up and sketch and improv all in there, and people were able to grab onto it more, and it just started working, and it was great.
Right. No, it was great. I remember when it was at Planet Ant, I got to catch a little bit because I had to work at the Indie, but it looked hilarious. People were loving it. And I just hope that it can come back again at a time where I don't have to work.
Right, yeah, we hope so too. And you know, it does we do a lot of great things with the show. Like we every show raises money for domestic abuse shelters We have a Toys for Tots program that we do it every Christmas for kids that have to stay in domestic abuse shelters during the holidays. And we
Wow.
also have a Thanksgiving event that we do where we get baskets of food for needy families around Chicago. So
Wow.
uh, we try to help out.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. And I also like to imagine someone coming, like, what's this donation from? Oh, Pimprov. And that's like what they think, what it might be. That's
Because
just
trust
kind of
me,
fun to think.
we get a lot
Yeah.
of backlash. People are like, pimps, we hate pimps. And then they're like,
Right.
I love the show. It was great. I love the charity stuff that you guys do. And it's just like, we thought you guys were actual pimps. And it's just like, no.
Like a biker gang or something, but all pimps. Because you hear,
Exactly. Exactly. It's
yeah.
like bikers bringing toys to like kids. And they're just like, scary. But it's just like, yeah, we're just regular people. We're comedians.
Right. Yeah. We're just trying to entertain, right? That's fun.
Hmm.
Uh, so I guess also I was reading, what is it? A Fool's Goal. I was looking into that. I looked into that. I watched a couple. They're pretty funny. Have you just kind of like stopped doing it, or is that ever gonna come back, you think?
Uh, Probably not, you know. It's, I write and I put together stuff, and some stuff gets traction, some stuff doesn't. So I'm constantly creating and working on TV pilots, and so I'll go out to New York or LA and I pitch shows to all the networks, Comedy Central, BET, everywhere. So Netflix. So just finishing up a project right now that I'm working on with a producer in New York. So finish it up today. So we're looking to pitch that to Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Comedy Central, and hopefully someone picks it up. So it's
Yeah.
it's it's a time to start pitching stuff. So I'm always creating
Oh
and
yeah.
working on stuff to pitch.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I guess yeah. It's the most like really that's all you can do right now is write and pitch and create.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
I have a studio, full studio with a sound booth and all that other stuff. So I'm able to do a lot instead of
Right.
just sitting around.
Yeah. Do you do any like voice acting stuff like that, or
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
voices, or
I
I don't know what the
do, I
word is.
do. I don't know if you looked at. I did a voice for the Mortal Kombat video game.
I did, and I thought like, wait, what? I was so I love Mortal Kombat. I'm like, wait, I was just kind of skimming through your IMDb, and I'm like, Mortal Kombat. I wonder if that's like a thing. What character were you?
I did Jax. Jax, black guy
Oh,
with the big metal arms, which you've
that's
met
awesome.
me is completely not me. I am not big at all. The skinny 5'7" dude. But it was great doing it.
That's so fun. Are they gonna? Because I know there's like a newer one coming out soon. Are they gonna have you come back and do more, or have you already done more?
No, it was this whole thing the way it worked. They used to be stationed in Chicago, and so I'd go in and I'd do voices for other video games, and they had us do a reading for the Mortal Kombat game, and it was all very hush hush because they keep the games hush hush because I guess people steal the ideas. And they were like, we were bought out by Warner Brothers. Nobody here is getting a part in this game. You guys are just here to read the script. And it was just like, all right, whatever. We still get paid. We read it. 2 years later, they contact my agent and they're like, we really like what Marz did. We don't necessarily like the guy we have in LA. I go back in, a couple of days, I do the voices and everything. 3 years passed, and then the game comes out.
Right.
You sign disclosure agreements on things that you do. So I work on stuff, can never talk about them unless they finally come out, and then it's just like, oh yeah, I'm in that. Or somebody will be like, I
Right.
heard you do this. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I did do that years ago. So
Right. Yeah. By the time you
yeah,
forget about it, it's almost like when you order something online and then it comes like months later. Like, oh yeah, this little thing I decided to do. That's
yeah.
awesome. That's
So
so
I
exciting.
do voiceover work in Chicago. Get a lot of voiceover work out of here.
Yeah. So is I guess I don't. I could never imagine like I don't even know. I guess I don't even know. I have a question prepared for it. So yeah, I saw the Mortal Kombat thing, and I'm like, is that an actual thing? And they're like, well, hell yeah, it looks like it is. I guess I don't really have any more
Maybe
questions other than
start
that's
me
just
out
fucking awesome.
singing. You may have heard me on something and didn't even know. So
Right, I did play that game, and I'm like, I've played Jax. Like he's
yeah,
one of the go-to characters. So
he's been
that's so
around since the
cool.
beginning.
Right? Yeah. Like, yeah, him and Goro are like
Yeah, that's
the two
right.
like big dudes I usually try to pick when I'm feeling that type of way.
That's right.
You're right. For sure. That's awesome. So I guess Pimprov, we went over that. So have you ever so are you like planning on staying in Chicago, or you ever considered moving to like New York or LA permanently? Or do you like any place better? Or
Um, friends ask all the time. I go to both for work. Um, it depends.
right.
I never. I mean, I love Chicago because it's so centrally located. I love the comedy scene in Chicago. I love all the charity work that I do here. Families here. So, I'd be like Dave Chappelle. It's like, it's like, why the fuck are you still in Ohio? And it's just like, hey, that's where family and everything is. I go where the work is, but I still have home
Right.
here in Chicago. Love the people of
Yeah.
Chicago, the comedy scene in Chicago.
Right. Yeah, Chicago's a great comedy scene. I'm always happy to go there. It can take us a Greyhound to get there quick enough, but
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever taken a train? Like when I was coming out there, I thought about taking a train to come out. It
I
looked
was
like it'd be
thinking
a
about
fun
it. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I'm just so cheap, and I'm like, oh, Greyhound's $30 cheaper, so I'm just gonna do that. And oh boy, did I
Ah,
regret it.
yeah. I know it's like $60 round trip on the Amtrak or whatever.
Yeah, and yeah, the Greyhound
Yeah.
was 30, so I'm like, well, I'm broke as shit, so I'm gonna go with that. And it was an awful
There you
experience.
go. Oh, tell me
But I get
about it.
it.
I took.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I was just saying, I took a megabus to Louisville to do shows, and
Yeah.
the Greyhound's bad. The megabus is probably 10 times worse.
Right. Oh, I bet because it's always like, oh, we have air conditioners out, or there's always something
Yeah,
like, oh, the bathroom can't use it. Not like you'd want to anyways, but it's
yeah, exactly,
like the Spirit
exactly. Yeah,
Airlines of ground travel.
yeah. I had to ride next to this guy that was on his way to Chicago to shoot someone.
He told you this?
Yeah, he was yelling it on the phone, and I'm sitting right next to him, and everybody on the bus is just like, "What?" Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, now, motherfucker, I'm in your city. Yeah, you shot my brother. I'm gonna shoot you now. I'm back. I'm here. What?" I'm just like, "Oh shit!" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm
This
pulling into the station now. I'm pulling into Chicago right now. Come meet me. I'm at the megabus station." And I was just like, could you wait until I leave to show up at the megabus station?"
is yeah, the most exciting person I sat next to was a magician. I think I would have rather sat next to your guy. It
Magicians sound pretty much. That sounds like it'd be a fun trip, though. He like
was
constantly
kind of
pulling
fun,
cords out of your ear.
right?
Is sure. It's like,
Like it was fun, like the first couple tricks. I kept trying to listen to music, and he'd like tap me on the shoulder again to show me another trick. I'm like, that's
yeah,
sweet. I'm trying to like sleep, so this is over.
yeah. You like, could you pull $30 out of my ear and then give it to me to pay for my ticket? Do the
Yeah,
magicians ever give the people the money that they like pull out of their ears? Like, I found a quarter behind your ear. You're like, oh,
that's
thanks. I
right.
have to do laundry. Yeah. The
Right,
magician's
yeah.
like, no, I need that for the next show. And you're like, clearly it's mine.
Don't steal my quarter. Yeah, can you pull actually four more out of there so I can get
That's
a
right.
little bag of Doritos or something?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. So I guess so you do so much. What advice do you have for someone like wanting to get into the entertainment biz? I guess.
Uh,
What do you wish you didn't do? What do you wish you did do?
you have to stick with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ups and downs. You'll have a bad show and you're like, I hate this. I'm gonna quit this. Like one of the biggest shows I ever did, I completely bombed. But you have to, you stick with it, and you have to, like I said, you have to be multifaceted. You have to do other things. Stand up's great, but learn how to write. I have a lot of friends that do comedy that are writing out in LA. So you have to learn how to writing is like a big thing. So even if you
Right.
just want to do stand up, learn how to write sitcoms and movies and things like that also. So
Sure.
just try to be multi-talented, multifaceted, because that's
Right.
where you have to piece together those money streams
Right. Yeah. So
and
I
get
guess.
out of your town. Get
Oh,
don't think that your place and you're like, hey, I hit all the open mics here, I hit all the shows here. You have to branch out of your area and make sure that your comedy is, accessible to a larger range of people. Because I find that a lot of people will just do comedy on the north side of Chicago or just do comedy on the south side of Chicago, and they forget about like the places that pay a lot of money are,
right.
like casinos for older people and like crowds that are like way out in the suburbs and stuff like that. And they're the ones that are like paying for comics to come to their towns or to their venues to do shows. And yeah, you're the funniest one at your open mic for your friends, but there's
Right.
like a group of 80 there's like a group of 80 seniors that are like, we want comedy too.
Right. That's always
Yeah.
hard. Have you always, because I feel like you're kind of more on like the cleaner side of things.
No.
Do you consider yourself, you don't consider yourself? I
I
guess like I'm
I
used to
don't.
like being disgusting, but, but
Yeah.
insane.
I prefer blue comedy, and I feel like that's what I'm best at. But money is in being able to do cleaner shows. So like for casinos, they'll want you to tailor it to be more of a PG-13 show, and hell, for the money and for the room and the free food, yeah,
Right.
I'll work on some PG-13 jokes. I'll work on
Right.
some PG jokes. I headlined, Chicago has a Bike to Drive where they shut down Lakeshore Drive, and people come and bike it. But this year, because of the pandemic, they had to cancel it. So they did a online, like a virtual show, and they had comics for it, and you had to be clean. I had to chop a lot of my jokes and do like a PG show, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's worth it.
Right. Yeah. It's part of the game. Also, I love how like casinos, how you have to be PG-13, like at the casino, like where,
They
like
tell you
for the
that, and they're
kids,
like,
why?
yeah, it's for the older.
Right.
It's for, are you still?
Oh, we freeze. Did I freeze? Oh, someone's bro. I don't know if it's my phone or your phone. I think we're
That
good.
was me.
Oh, okay. I think we're back.
I,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sorry. What were you saying about the older
we're good now.
crowds? Oh
Hello,
no.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I
I
can
think
hear
we're
you.
back. All right. Well, I guess it's good more time as ever. I guess what we like to ask, what are you most proud of out of everything you've done? What was like the moment you're like, I'm really doing it. I feel fucking great about this.
Um, well, saying that my memory's hazy, I'll most recently just getting booked to go to Thailand and do those shows.
Hmm.
That was pretty amazing and loved it. But the flight over was great, and just meeting people, and now I have people that send me messages from Thailand in Thai, and I have to like Google translate it and
Right.
respond. So I guess being able to say that I'm international.
Yeah, there you go. Literally.
Yeah,
International comedian.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So,
You're gonna try to get
yeah, and
Pimprov out there?
yeah, we did it over there as
Oh,
well. Did it
that's so
there and
cool.
taught. Yeah, so it was cool. Yeah, and it was the challenge in my head and in my mind was seeing what translates, because over in a lot of these other countries, like Americans are the butts of their jokes. And so
Hmm.
it's like seeing how my material translates to a world audience where you're performing for people from Belgium and Australia and Korea and England and South Africa and all these other places. And then, talking to them after the show and having hearing their opinions on a comedy throughout the world and their opinion on your set and you know the jokes that they liked and the jokes were like, well, you know, I didn't understand this, like in like over there Trump jokes don't work because
Right.
they don't view him the same way you know
Right.
we view him here. So that was a good feeling to get over there and be
Yeah.
like, all right, I can do this for a world audience, and my jokes will still go over and it'll still be funny.
That's awesome. Cool. I guess, do you want to, anything you want to plug before we wrap it up here? Or I guess there's not really dates you can say, but
Yeah, yeah. Save the date when we can all get out of the house and start packing in the theaters again, do some live shows for real faces.
right.
Just my Instagram and Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Marz MarzTimms. I do videos there and I post videos there. Facebook, I'm at Comedian Marz. Um, yeah, and then when shows are available, you can find out about them.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us. And hopefully we can all see each other and do some comedy shit soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the hearts, Ron Baker Jr.
All the
We're
heart.
filming a TV show tomorrow together.
Oh,
So
how exciting. So that's something to plug, kinda. I
kinda,
mean, I
kinda.
guess I don't know how much you can say about it, but
Right, right. I myself
yeah.
don't know much.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Well, hell yeah. Good luck with everything and stay safe out there. And yeah, have a great day. See you,
All
buddy.
right, later, Connor.
Bye. All right, there you have it. Marz Timms, super funny guy. That was a cool interview. We do this every Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, we're gonna post some more stuff, just stuff to support Black Lives Matter and the protests. I might attach it to this when we put it on Instagram. But we just can't wait to open up our doors again, so we can all come together and laugh and just keep doing what we're doing and stay strong out there. Keep supporting each other, stay healthy, and happy Pride Month also. All right, have a good one.